So there is a new film, Sight, and it's about your story. And by the way, you have been the inspiration for other characters, a character in God's Not Dead named Martin. And so it's because your story is so compelling. But what was it like to see a film be made specifically about you and your journey?
Well, Billy, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity. It's humbling experience as an immigrant, as Chinese American immigrant, came to this country many years ago with almost nothing. And it was America that gave me the opportunity, the freedom and the opportunity to realize my life's dreams. So it's a humbling experience to have my autobiography, From Darkness to Sight, and put on the big silver screen, worked on by some of the first-rate artists, director, producers. So it's a humbling experience to have my story told on the big screen.
Well, and your story is, again, it's very compelling. You came as an atheist. You came from China. Talk a little bit about that atheism and how it was sort of bred in China and why you came here without any belief.
Most of the people in China, even today, are atheists today. So I was one of them. So when I came to this country at age 21, after surviving Cultural Revolution, in which I lost the opportunity to even go to school, I had to play a music instrument, learning dancing, or to avoid being sent away to labor camp, a fate that fell on the lives of 20 million young people during the Cultural Revolution. So I escaped that. I came to this country, and I was an atheist like most of them. And I threw myself into study science. I got a PhD degree in laser physics at Maryland, finished at MIT. Then I got my second doctorate degree, MD, from Harvard MIT. So I thought I could become a laser eye surgeon knowing technology and medicine. But it was in the study of human eye at Harvard Medical School where my first glimpse into the Creator occurred to me. Because I was studying this human eye, it was so complicated. It became, to me, obvious now that it was impossible it can form out of randomness, such a complicated human organ. So I kept on asking a professor a question. So finally he took me out for lunch. He said, Ming, what's a cross street? I said, that's a car. He said, what's the difference between a car and a human eye? I said, human eye is a lot more complicated. He said, okay. Can you imagine how a random piece of metal assemble itself into a car? I said, no way. He said, how about human eye? So right there, he opened a window in my life that made me realize that the reason the human eye can form such a complicated structure with such accuracy was because it did not form out of randomness. It formed with a purpose, and that purpose is for vision. So there's a creator behind it. And further on along the journey in my book, From Darkness to Sight, that I gradually eventually found out the creator has a name in Jesus Christ.
And so you just, that complicated nature of the eye sparked that idea inside of your heart that, wait, maybe there's something more. Maybe this didn't happen by accident. And you came to become a person of faith. What was that like for your family and those who knew you back home?
As in the film, God's Not Dead, the cute Chinese student who went from atheist to believer eventually stood up in the classroom and said, God is not dead. That was inspired by my life story. When they shot the film, the picture of the actor who's going to play me, I shot back. I said, at least it's better looking. So just like his story that, my parents were not believers. And so they doubt initially that why would I want to become a believer. But I think I've shown them over the years that I turned out all right.
More than all right. You're
yes.
a successful surgeon, doctor. When it comes to sight in this film, what are you hoping that people take away from it?
I take care of people with vision problems every day. The people who appreciate sight the most are those who used to be blind. People who appreciate freedom the most are those who used to not have freedom. So sight is like someone who used to be blind and tell all the folks in America who can see how precious sight is. Sight is really a story of someone who used to not have freedom and tell all of us in America today how precious freedom is. In America today, we have become a nation that is so fixated on the differences rather than appreciating what we all have in common as fellow Americans. We are increasingly unable to work across political aisles, racial divides, and ethnic divisions. Why we are so polarized? And the side is saying that we're so polarized, so unwilling to work together as fellow Americans today, is because we forgot how blessed we are to be able to live in this country. Immigrants and refugees like myself put our lives on the line so we can get to the other side. What's on the other side? An opportunity to live in America. So sight is to wake us up, to remind us, all as Americans, we're so blessed to live in this country. We have every reason to build up America by being more willing to work together. So sight is about freedom. Sight is about faith, the freedom to believe. And sight is about the need to overcome our polarization as a nation to find that common ground.
That is a powerful pitch. I'm going to let you go, but one really quick question. When you look at the trajectory of where America is right now, based on where you came from, do you have any concerns or worries?
Yes. I don't want to see Cultural Revolution 2.0 here in America. I want us to recognize that the reason America has become a magnet, attract people all over the world, is because two cornerstones that we should never forget that our country is built upon. One is the Constitution, the system of fairness, and second is the Bible. So it is these two cornerstones that define America was, is, and will should be. So we always need to remember that. Go back to the fundamentals. Go back to what America truly represents to the rest of the world. It is a country about the system of fairness. It is a country that founded on the belief in Jesus Christ.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time. The movie is Sight, and people should go out and grab tickets and see it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, May 24th, Memorial Day weekend by Andrew Studios. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Appreciate it.